Now that the student has turned in that assignment, I'm back in as the teacher. This is on my home screen. And I want to show you a couple things. Over here on the right, it does show that there are some ungraded Dropbox items. You can see that up there. And so if I wanted to click on that, I could do so, and it would take me right into it. But what I'd like to do is go into the course where that student turned it in, because a lot of times you'll be in your course, and so let's do it that way. Courses, and this was the course I used, this practice course. Again, I see ungraded Dropbox items over on the right, but let's go into materials here, and let's go down to language arts where that assignment is, and let's actually click on the assignment. Okay. Over here on the right side, it shows me that I've received 1 out of 7. That means there were 7 students in this class and 1 has turned it in. And I can see right now a big blue highlighted needs grading. So let's click on it there. And let's look around this screen so we can see what happens. First of all, across the top, I can see the name of the student, and I can see the name of this assignment they turned in. I can see a box right here where I can put a grade if I'd like. I'm going to go to this button right here next to the print and make it a little bigger. So here I can see their writing, and this is where I can give them some comments and some feedback and give their grade. So one thing I could do, if I wanted to highlight something, is I could say, oh, this is a really good topic sentence. So I could say, make a comment next to that says, engaging thesis statement. And I could save that. Now I can move around these things too. Okay, so let's minimize that. And if I wanted to cross something out, like say, oh, you don't really need that part. If I wanted to draw on this, maybe let's say I want to draw in green, I want to circle something, I can do that. So you may not use these things all the time, but it's kind of nice, especially, let's say they turn in even an image or something that they worked on. It's really nice to have some of these tools. And so I'll save the changes. And let's say, based on all this, I was going to give them 9 out of 10 points. And I would say probably great detail. And then I would say, oh, the student can see that. Now you wouldn't have to put the comments, just the points if you want, but then I'd say submit. And there we go. Now if there were more students that had turned this in, right from this screen, there would be a little arrow where I could just click and go to the next student. So, you don't need to keep going back to each one and click on it. It just lets you go through them all. One last thing, download the file. If for some reason this is something where you needed to print them all and write on them, you can do that from your teacher station and print it. Download it on your computer and print it. And then you could give it back to them that way if that would be easier. So that wraps up the grading window in Schoology. Happy grading.